Well, two big matches made for next week's Loaded. That big six-man tag and, of course, #1 contendership to be decided for the World Championship. Already a very eventful night here as we get ready for one-on-one action. Here comes a man with a huge chip on his shoulder.
You can say that again. One very unhappy camper here in Defiant.
The opening contest of Loaded, it is a singles bout set for one fall. And it has a 20-minute time limit. Introducing first, wrestling out of Tipton and winning tonight, 187 pounds, Chris Brookes.
Chris Brookes believes he's been overlooked and disrespected in Defiant compared to the other places where he wrestles. And he has not been quiet about it, to say the least.
Certainly hasn't been quiet. Chris Brookes has been making an awful lot of noise, in fact. But he can make even more noise if he picks up a major win right here inside that ring tonight against another man who has everything to prove.
His opponent, from Lincoln, weighing in tonight, 180 pounds, the innovator of excellence, Robbie X!
Robbie X, of course, coming off that defeat to Mark Haskins at Lights Out, as you say, with plenty to prove, because he's another man who has not had quite the career he would have liked to so far in Defiant. Unlike Brookes, though, Robbie X hasn't been blaming it on everyone else.
Speaking of Mark Haskins, next week right here on Loaded, huge #1 contendership match between Haskins and David Starr. And Bradshaw, are my eyes and ears deceiving me? Or did I see and hear that General Amin will be stepping foot back inside that squared circle?
Yeah, it's going to be a very interesting situation when we see that six-man tag next week, as General Amin, Adam Foster, and the now former Deputy General Manager Simon Miller go up against the anti-fun police. As you say, Haskins and Starr coming up next week as well. But right now, it's all about Robbie X and Chris Brookes, with both men highly motivated, you've got to think, to pick up the win and get some kind of momentum here in Defiant.
And there you see what might be the big game changer in this match. Not only is Chris Brookes incredibly athletic, incredibly agile, but he has physical size as well, stretching up that big leg to force the rope break there. And now you see the mat acumen of this man as well.
Brookes with that clear height advantage, which he is capitalizing upon in his opening moment. Robbie X, the faster of the two men, and he's using his strength to his advantage too.
And this is huge for Robbie X. Yes, it's huge for Brookes as well, but Robbie X, he desperately wants to make his mark here in Defiant. We saw him previously talking about that with man like Darius. Managed to get the opportunity against Mark Haskins on worldwide pay-per-view. It didn't pay off. Now the next step is crucial for Robbie X.
Both of these guys will be looking at what's on just tonight, for example. Two championship matches coming up on Loaded, and they would like to be competing for championships. Robbie X has come close on a number of occasions, most notably, of course, took Pac to the limit.
And that's the kind of opportunities that Chris Brookes feels are lacking in his career here in Defiant.
Yeah, hip toss and a drop into the side of the head from Robbie X. Problem with Chris Brookes, of course, is he sometimes spurns those opportunities. He had a chance to be the man who would face Pac at Lights Out, and he walked out on that four-way match. Robbie's trying to go for that handstand. He got caught by the legs by Brookes. Brookes wrenching on that leg, but he's going to have to break the hold. He's in the ropes.
And dare I say, if the referee didn't call for a rope break there, Robbie X might not be walking at all.
There's the overhead kick. Both captures the feet, landing on the head of Chris Brookes. And now Robbie X going for the sunset flip powerbomb. Brookes has to hold on. It's dangerous territory for Brookes. Brookes puts the head of Robbie X under the apron and stomps on his face, for goodness sake.
There is nothing that Chris Brookes won't do. This is a different man, Bradshaw. Now, we've watched Chris Brookes here in Defiant before. He's always been such a fair competitor, but something has changed in this man.
He's clearly decided that the lack of success he's had in Defiant is embarrassing to him in some way, and he's taken umbrage to who he sees as the guilty party for that, which is not himself in his own mind. It's the management here in Defiant.
And that's smart if you ask me. Robbie X throat first down across that safety barricade, trying to cause some separation, rolling inside the ring. But look, Chris Brookes is right back on top.
And we've seen what that kind of move can do. We saw the throat injury to Justin Sizer earlier this year, and Sizer's already been very vocal tonight on Loaded, of course.
Well, just because there are no ill effects on the outside, you don't know the internal damage something like that could cause. We could have internal bleeding for Robbie X.
So Robbie looks like he's showing no ill effects. He's in control here, at least he was. Reversal of the Irish whip, and look at the impact of Robbie X as he goes into the corner. Brookes will go for the cover. He's got the left leg hooked, and it's good for a 2 count.
Well, as I said before, Chris Brookes always been such a competitor throughout his Defiant career, but the viciousness scale has just been ramped up with this man. He clearly believes he's not getting the chances he deserves. He's going to start taking them around here.
See him trying to do some damage to that left arm of Robbie X, and now sweeping the leg as well. Twisting that knee out of the joint, trying to there is Brookes.
And this is clever, this is smart, because what Chris Brookes is doing is eliminating that high-flying style that Robbie X goes to every single time, because it usually pays dividends. If he can't walk, he can't get up to that top rope, he can't fly around the ring.
It's definitely a very effective way to slow him down as he gets to the ropes, as Brookes was trying for the submission. He's going to try again, this time the half crab, and look at it, he's got it cinched in deep here. That half crab from Chris Brookes.
Look at the placement, directly smack bang in the middle of that ring.
Robbie is trying to power his way to the bottom rope, and he does so for a second time, but that time I think took a lot more out of him.
Yeah, the wear and tear has to be grinding Robbie X down in this match. Chris Brookes came in here with a game plan for that shot.
Charging at Robbie X in the corner. Now Brookes middle turnbuckle. Senton splash from the top right across the back of X. Will go for the cover. 2 count again. Brookes getting frustrated, as tends to be his normal mode.
It does, but Chris Brookes believes that the way he executes every move inside that ring, it's enough to put his opponents away. He gets annoyed when the referee only manages a 2 count.
Again, Brookes is going to try and force that submission. Variant on the full Nelson, using his legs here, trying to pull back those arms of Robbie X as well. Robbie's got the shoulders of Brookes down. Brookes has to be careful. Almost got counted down as Robbie trying to find a way to relieve the pressure, looking to reach the ropes with his left foot, but Brookes stretching out that leg, and finally they're in the ropes, but
all sorts of tangled up.
Brookes in some ways reminds me of someone like Zack Sabre Jr. He'll try and grab any flailing limb to try and torture his opponents ever more. That's what we saw there.
And then just a big old knife edge chop, busting the blood vessels on the chest of Robbie X.
Chop.
Second one for good measure. Third time's a charm. Oh!
After chop from Robbie X. Brookes suddenly reeling, goes for a clothesline, no one there. Kick from Robbie X into the abdomen. Robbie picking up the pace here. Shoulder roll from the Irish whip. Brookes to the ropes, dropping right in the face from Robbie X.
And could this be Robbie's opportunity to take control of this match? You can hear what Newcastle thinks about it.
Well, Brookes is rolling onto the apron, perhaps sensing that Robbie was going to look for that exclamation. And now, Robbie trying to pick up Brookes from a difficult position, second rope. Kind of a deadlift from there, and Brookes resisting. Brookes the bigger of the 2 men. Maybe that was always optimistic for Robbie, but he changed his plans. Robbie X will take to the sky, then he takes out Chris Brookes.
And there's that high-flying style that we've grown accustomed to from Robbie X. Whoa!
Running shooting star. Robbie goes for the cover, and he was close. Very, very close.
What a sequence of offense that was. Chris Brookes had no time to regain his bearings, almost making me speechless, and that doesn't happen often.
I wish it happened more. Robbie going to the top. Top turnbuckle for Robbie X. Maybe looking to put Chris Brookes away here. And for the corkscrew Brookes move, Robbie adjusted in midair. Again, Robbie just a step ahead of Brookes, or is he? Brookes grabs the legs, and Chris Brookes using the referee for the assist.
Well, sometimes you just need a little help.
And it's the octopus hold. The octopus hold. Robbie X has been stretched out by Brookes. Again, Brookes. How many times has he tried to force the submission from Robbie? Robbie again trying for the ropes.
Oh, and again,
once more.
Cinches it in.
Yeah, this time on the mat. Robbie with no leverage now whatsoever to try and make his way towards the ropes. Robbie X is going to have to tap if he can't get there. And he just about gets that foot to the bottom rope again.
Great ring awareness from Robbie X. So often we acclaim this man's high flying skills, but that was just intelligence, ring awareness, as I said.
Brookes mocking Robbie X, making the sign with his arms that Robbie makes. Tells you a lot about the lack of respect that Chris Brookes has for anyone but himself. Goes for the double underhook. Robbie X will counter. Arm drag. No, you don't. And now Robbie takes it. Sit out powerbomb. Brookes may have been knocked out. Silly, and no. Brookes gets out on 2 3/4.
What must be disheartening for Robbie X rather, as well, is how emphatically Chris Brookes kicked out of that move.
Going for the exclamation is Robbie. He almost caught the ref. He did catch the ref somewhat. Referee out of the way. Backflip. Robbie X lands on his feet. Spinning kick right around the back of the head. German suplex. Robbie X in control.
X is rolling.
Brookes in all kinds of trouble. And again, Robbie will go to the top. This time, maybe he'll nail it. Robbie X, the corkscrew.
Beautifully done.
The cover by Robbie X, and no, Brookes out again.
I mentioned it mere moments ago. That word, disheartening. Well, how about that?
Here comes the exclamation. Catches him, rolls him up. Brookes has rolled him up. Brookes gets him. Oh, Brookes gets him. Chris Brookes with the win.
Here is your winner, Chris Brookes.
That's a damn shame. Robbie X, close, very, very close to a big, big win over Chris Brookes. But Brookes with the roller of the attempt at the exclamation. But right now, I think Stevie Aaron is going to try and get a word with the match winner, Chris Brookes.
Well, I am going to attempt to get inside the mind of one Chris Brookes. It's his attitude adjustment here in Defiant Wrestling. This is not the same man we have known in the past. This man has complete disdain towards management, towards announcers, walking out of matches. But we all remember the incident going back to over a month ago in front of this very entranceway, an unprovoked assault on one Laura Di Matteo, who I'm sure would agree has not quite been the same since then. Chris Brookes, where is your mind at right now?
Where is my mind at, Stephen? That's a good question. I'll tell you where my mind is at right now. It's about the same place that my opportunities in Defiant Wrestling are. And let me tell you, that's in the pissing toilet, mate. Because I'm here on these stupid TV tapings in shithole Newcastle in front of absolutely nobody. And what do I get? Opening match. First match, fantastic. Last time it was a 4-way. And if I won, I'd get the opportunity to wrestle Pac. No disrespect to Defiant, no disrespect Pac. I couldn't give a shit, to be honest. And what am I going to get for winning today? Huh? What do I get?
Well, I'm not management, but I'm sure you can...
What do I get, huh? I just won a match. What do I get for it? Huh? What do I get? What do I get? Huh? Yeah. Sweet FA. Another waste of time.
Chris Brookes, typically ill-tempered after that victory over Robbie X. Well, as Chris Brookes gets out of here, we're of course on the way to No Regrets May 25th, but of course here's 2 other big dates coming up for you. How about this? June the 1st, the Bastard Pac returns to Defiant, and we know he has his sights set on the Defiant World title.
And on June 29th, we have the 4th annual Built to Destroy. And Dave, the winner of the No Regrets Rumble at Built to Destroy, they will challenge for the Defiant World Heavyweight Championship, whomever that champion may be. It could be Pac.
So if you want to join us in Newcastle, June the 1st, or Built to Destroy, June 29th, tickets for both of those on sale tomorrow. WeAreDefiant.com/tickets if you want to be here live.